Hello. We're playing the good game. This is a really, really good game. We've played before. We streamed original. We got the nomus of that. We're playing Black Label Futari. We did the original. I had the idea that we go through like original Maniac and then God mode, but as it turns out, I just wanted to really do God mode. The route on this is sick. It's mad satisfying looking. I messed with it before, but I basically had to relearn everything now. We're not doing a clear or anything. I basically have up till stage 4 that I've messed with. And man, original mode is like it's good, but original mode just kind of felt like more cave. Like that's how I'd describe it. It's like it's good, but it's cave video game is how I kind of felt learning original mode, because it's mostly just like hard stream, tap, 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 tap. There's a gap in the bullets, and then you go back, and you're just memorizing the streams till the big enemy, or whenever the enemy stops shooting, and then you cut over. So I wasn't super, super impressed. It is good, but like it's not like best cave game material. Well, messing with this is best cave game material. This mode is so goddamn good. It's really good. And shockingly not as scary as it looks. If you mess with like if you watch people play the harder Futari modes, what ends up happening is yo, what up, Metal Wolf? Visual popping in. When you look at like Futari Ultra or anything, like you see Wes has been doing like 1.01 like a goddamn madman. But those like look horrifying, and they are horrifying. Whereas this mode, well, God mode, not original mode on that there. While this looks horrifying, it's shockingly more approachable. Like, way, way more. Like, if it continues down the pace I think it's going, I suspect this is easier than, like, Saitao. Like, no TLBs involved. Oh shit, happy birthday, dude. Yo, have a good birthday. Hopefully you got some sick shit going on. Get a huge clear on the birthday. Be tight. But I honestly I don't have this super routed yet. I was gonna wait till I had the whole thing routed. I was actually thinking of streaming fucking Toho 8 normal mode. Yo, what up, Juju Kenobi? Nah, dude. All we got so far is like stage 1 through 3 vaguely routed. Oh man, I went through Dodonpachi, the like stream we did, and I couldn't believe how close that first run was. That could have been an 8-hour time save and would have been the funniest shit ever. First clear Dodonpachi. Stage 3 is the hardest? Yeah, it's weird, because like I went through original mode, but we like did that before. And like second half of stage 3 in original mode is freaking nightmare. That shit is so hard. What up, Steel? And then I'm going through this, and the first half of this is like super, super easy. And then the mid boss is just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Dude, the mid boss on stage 3 is so goddamn hard. What up, Masap Tube? The mid boss stage 3 is fucking psycho. That's like an ultra level boss. I'm like, I'm still figuring that one out. And then the second half, I think it's not as terrifying as it looks, but it's super involved. But the thing that's interesting to me going through this is it's shockingly more approachable than I thought it would be. So I thought this would take like 100 years before I'd be ready to like stream any of this. So like I was actually planning on just doing like I went through all of my guide videos because somebody asked if you'd list those down in difficulty, and I realized the majority of them are kind of harder, on the harder end. It's like I want to give a new player like Radiant Silvergun or something, or like SDOJ or Ketsui. So I'm like in between doing the hard shit need to do like way more approachable ones. So I was gonna do a whole thing on just beat Touhou 8 normal mode, or like geared towards people who like haven't done Touhou period. So I was gonna try to like no miss no bomb that today, but then I don't know, this game is too good. We swapped over to this. We might do the Touhou one eventually. But I want to show you everything I have in this so far. It's basically just the rough basics of the route. I forget a lot of stuff in this game. I'm just gonna show kind of what it looks like. But it's super, super fun. If this is going like where I think it is, this is easily like one of the best games. Depending on what mode you're on, Rekko's the best or dog shit. What up, Fox? In this one, Rekko's psycho good. Every single Black Label version, Rekko is like completely nuts. So I thought this shit was gonna be impossible because the stage 1 goes ham like right away. And close your eyes if you're a super score player because we are doing some score, but not like. We're playing it like ultra safe, so we're still gonna do shit like this. Get like a reasonable amount of gems. But when I was first messing with this game, I had so many problems with getting like 30k gems before the first boss. That's causing me a lot of issues, so we're doing this like super easy route that still has the satisfaction of getting the giant ass numbers. But it leaves a lot of room for mistakes while still not like breaking everything. I still die to this boss sometimes. The third bit, it doesn't like stream exactly where. So like I barely get 30k gems by this point, so fuck it, you get like these two, now we're at 30k. It's very easy to get 30k by this point. So that we can spend it on this dude. And look at why this game's fucking so good. Look at all these numbers. It feels so good. I don't even care if it doesn't give me any points at all. I literally don't care about the points. Just seeing flashing 30ks makes me really happy. I don't know the best way to do the end of this yet. There's like a way you like hold focus, go over here. There's a lot of weird ways you manipulate your options with this ship to like hit things on the other sides that you want. But like, oh my god, the 30ks feel so good. And this boss, it's nothing like a original Mushi Ultra. This boss is like turbo easy. This is the only thing we have to worry about. Reason being is because look at this pattern here. This came from original Black Label. You die on the first mid boss, or you die on Larsa. Yeah, go back to clearing Maniac. Yeah, Larsa, I've only done original and messed with this, but I just reaching Larsa? No. She's terrifying in like every single version. She don't get any easier. Oh yeah, Juju Kenobi, like when you nail a gem thing right, and then you see all the red gems go in and you just get an enormous amount. Unfortunately, I don't have it routed to where I can enjoy that as much right now. I have like turbo bare bones version of this route, and I always forget where everything is. Like I think if I do it right, I don't know. Like there, you could probably hit 30k gems on that like easy. As soon as this shrimp is here, you won't be right under it. You don't want to be moving too much. It does aim stuff. There's a way to like hold the... I'm not very good at getting that first one to give me gems. Probably in the score run, you probably are scoring on this one by this point. I always forget. I think we'll just go in the order, fuck it. This is super unoptimized right now. I like have the bare basics of the route on kind of how the baby route works. But we're still working through it. So like here on this one, this is where we'd first score. I messed up. Ah! Usually we'd wait for these guys to shoot. These guys eventually will shoot like a circular pattern. You'd cash in and get your big. Oh, with point blanking? Like I've noticed a huge deal when you like you have to like the flashing numbers when you're like above 10k. I know point blanking made that more though. I need to mess with that a lot more if that like cranks it up pretty high. Alright, I always forget in Mushi where I am in the route. We like sneak over here. You see some of those gems turn red. If you're like right on top of them as they come in, you get like more value off them. That was bad, but whatever. This turtle's actually pretty mean. This is a lot meaner than the DOJ turtle. You need to get up here fast so you can move through these. The slowdown helps a lot, but it has that jump scare where the slowdown goes away. I don't know if this even gets you that much. Let me remember. I think this is vaguely... I think big enemy comes here. So like if we're going along with where all the gems are spawning, we're picking up like red ones versus just the normal ones. I think I did that. I don't know. Yeah, here's the big enemy coming in. Because Reiko's OP. Oh, we missed the big ones. I don't know how to score this part. By this point, you usually got like 30k. Oh, we're not gonna reach that there. We damage these until they're almost down. Maybe we'll get them here. We want to like cash in on this thing. So like, look at all this juice. So we wait, we wait, we wait. Behold! Look at the whole screen. It's glorious. Oh, I didn't do that right. I need gems. No. You could get like 20k gems on the last two dudes. It feels so good. I don't even care where the score's at, to be brutally honest. This boss is really mean. I don't know how to do him really yet. We're not hitting him with our main shot because I think eventually you want to... We might die. I think eventually we want to hit him like on this part and get gems off him. I don't have the timing yet though, so I always get small gems. This is the hard part. I think we want to be on the left. I think whichever... Like on this section after this here. Yeah, I'm not very good at that yet. This is the pattern I've been messing with. I don't really know how to do it yet. I think whichever half of the screen you're on is whichever arm will shoot first. I'm thinking of learning a different way to do it because I saw a replay where they're hugging off to the side, so it always goes on one. And this one's pretty easy. It looks spooky, but this game gives you so much slowdown that even when it gives you like an enormous amount of bullets there. Many spots where... Okay, so 10k is the threshold to where it enables the like point blanking. And this, when you hit like 10k gems, now when you start lasering things or when you start like shotting things, I think it like ups the count. Sometimes the sprite disappears. Does that mess with the point blank? I've seen the UI disappear on some of the big cancels. This stage, I like vaguely... I have a hard time remembering which section's what, like where I want to end off. Like this, I think we want to end off on the side. I can never remember where to start each section. Alright, this one we want to get up over here. Our like stage 3's gonna be like turbo and optimal. We like barely get the big screen cancels. Alright, we want to start. We want to be under it because our options will like go focusing on other shit. So we want to move all the way over to make sure, because the options are hitting all the things in the back left. Did we need to move somewhere by this point? No, this is fine. I think. Yeah, we come over. Here's where we get our first juicy score. Look at all the 30Ks. And then there's another cancel right here. You get all your gems. I don't know, this might be... Oh god! We missed that one dude on the left. There's so much juice in this game, it's unbelievable. We'll mess that up. I'll explain the scoring stuff if you haven't ever seen like Maniac mode or God mode. Has to do a lot with that bar. This boss is like turbo fucked. I don't have a plan for him yet. I know how to do the end, kinda, like this part. But that first half is like unreasonable. And then here's where you'd cash in your score. If we had 30k, it'd be satisfying, especially after dodging everything. Second half, I don't really know. I was messing with it a little bit, but I don't know how to do it. We got kind of walled. That was the problem. I think we want to kill like one off the side, one off the side. We want to end this over here? Yeah, because this cancel. Oh, you don't want to ever see the small gems when you're trying to build them. You mismanaged which shot and your damage you're doing. Where are we at? We're here. We want to leave... We have like Gradius options, so you can leave them around. So we're trying to leave them on the side to kill these enemies. I think we want to be in the middle here. It looks terrifying, but with the amount of slowdown, it's a lot more comfy than it looks. Like, you have so much room to do stuff. And now, by this point, I don't know what to do. I think the route, as Coffin was doing this shit, where they wait, so the options kill the dudes on the left side. And then at this point, you're probably like, you'd do it faster than I did. So all this purple shit wouldn't be here. You like crawl your way to the right side, and I think you're homing. Maybe you're holding homing the whole time on this section. It kills the enemy on the left. And then here's like the last enemy. You'd have 30k by this point. And we just hang off to the sides. That's like vaguely what it... This bitch route kind of works. I think we want to end this... We want path to the left, so it... I think whichever side you're on is whichever side this will like focus on. We get to hang out up here. This boss is pretty cool. Low-key, I find this boss easier than the original mode one, except I don't know how I made this happen. I've never seen the boss go all the way to the side. So I ate my words there. This is a safe spot. We don't do our main shot damage, but you see those red shots? We just wait for like 3 waves, and then we get around the last one, and you're through. And then once I have the timing better, here's where we cash in and get a bunch of big gems. Just for tiny optimization. This shit's really easy. This is like second easiest pattern we got. At least if we're just trying to kill it. Because it's literally just tap dodge 1 bullet. Almost died to it. Yeah, Ultra is a whole nother beast. Ultra is a completely whole nother beast to this. It's like actual like quadruple as hard. And then I don't know how to do stage 4 yet. That's what we're gonna look at. Have you messed with Black Label Original? Yeah, we did a stream with the Batsuga and Futari stream. We got a no miss on it where we basically just tried to keep the rank down the entire time. So like we went out of our way to not pick up gems. But you still got like all the extends and everything. Yeah, stage 3 curse. The problem with stage 3 is like stage 1 and 2 you do blindfolded, and then stage 3 you gotta like lock in, but it's not like the ending stages where you're like turbo focused and lab the shit out of that. It's like it's just kind of the stage in the middle that you don't lab as much, and then it kills you. Yo, what up, blank? Mushihimesama range should be cool. I need to look at that more. For God, you have to have skills of the God. See, here's the thing. This looks terrifying, but it is like way more approachable than it looks. Like you know how you look at if you've never seen a Tola Plan game, And you look at Teleplane and you're like, there's like one bullet on screen. At all times, there's just like one. And that one bullet's gonna kill you every single time when you actually play it. This is the opposite. I find this like significantly, like, at least if you're doing, so if you like if you're trying to optimize this shit, it's whole nother beast. Whole nother beast. Like, the actual optimized routes of this game are fucking crazy. Like, they're super psycho. If you're doing some, like, jank-ass thing like we're doing here, it's actually pretty approachable. It's like Galuda 2, like, the difference between World Record Route, Escaluda 2, with, like, what's his name, Ageha, versus, like, Asagi just melting the entire game. It's like a whole different game. Yeah, I found Black Label Original, I found harder than normal Mushi Original. But, easier than 1.5. I feel like Rekko hard carries. Look how long this takes, by the way. You can actually, like, go get some food or something if you leave it going. I imagine, especially if you're actually scoring. Yeah, I've seen Iconoclast runs of this game. Yeah, Rekko's, like, super good. They skip all of the patterns. Your Gradius options, you can manipulate them. Yeah, it's still going. You skip it, obviously, but, like, it's a lot. It goes for so long. There's that, like, one beat-em-up Macaw streamed where it makes you, like, go over this, and I think, like, at one point they scored so high, it took, like, 35 minutes or something. Okay, I literally have no idea what to do here. The weird thing, I thought, I don't remember anything of the routing from original now since starting this. It, like, feels like a completely separate thing. In original mode, you got, like, lightning speed bullets. So we're just gonna fuck around with this until we die, and then we're gonna actually mess with it. This stage has, like, these sections where you got these two big enemies back to back. Every time you kill, like, the grasshopper here, out pops the worm. I've never known if, it's like coming out of the grasshopper or if the grasshopper was over it. I don't know how that shit works. But just talking a little bit about how, what's even happening. So, like, if you look at the top left there, you see the bar. The bar is everything. I'll just do this so you can see. Every time you shoot something, you see the bar goes up. Whenever you're holding your just normal shot. Stage 4 is the coolest scoring stage. Killing them off screen, do you like do you just leave them for like a mad long time and then hold focus and kill those like off? I'm like, you probably get the worm and the grasshopper on screen same time. I'm like, our route we're gonna be looking at, I think kills them off fairly fast. But looking back at the bar, you see every time we're picking up these gems, you see the times increase. So if we just shoot stuff, we're getting gems. But this gets gems really slowly. The real huge thing of this game is whenever you shoot stuff, that bar goes up, and whenever you kill things, I think it like goes straight up to red. And I didn't notice this for a while, but whenever it's at the red bar, look at our ship, it's got kind of a red aura on it. Whenever you kill stuff with your laser while you're in the red, then you get big gems, and you get a lot of gems. So like the whole idea is you use your shot and you either kill something or you leave your shot on like a big enemy for a while. And then when it's about to die, you swap laser before the red bar goes away. You trigger all the big red gems. And then for the big cancels, how it works is if you have no bar at all, like right now, so if you pause, do nothing, your bar's gone. Now when you kill things with laser... Oh, I guess I left it too early. Let's find a big enemy. I just want a big cancel enemy real quick to show it. Bombing's pretty bad. You lose like a enormous... I think you lose like 8k or something gems. Give me a cancel. Here's one. So let's say if we kill this with laser, while we have no bar at all, that's what triggers where you capitalize off the score. And that drains your multiplier, so then you go back to here, where you're trying to, like, shoot stuff. You shoot stuff, you use laser on the big enemy, a bunch of gems appear. So, like, maybe I'll kill this without dying. You get all these big gems, you sit on top of them, and they're worth more. And you loop that over and over. The other big thing, too, you see how we hit, like, 10k X? You hit 10k multiplier, and now just when you're passively shooting things, it goes up. So you can be at like 25k shooting at a boss, and it'll go up to the big 30k. But I don't actually know how this stage works. I haven't looked at this one yet. Some Futari or Death Smiles? Yeah, if you got the Death Smiles 1+2 port, I think that's the GOAT port. Yeah, the blue gems are capitalizing your score. Big problem, first part leaves the screen too fast. So yeah, that's hard. You gotta, so the grasshopper comes out, you gotta make sure your options go to it, but not too early so it doesn't kill it before it goes off. Yeah, I'm like, you could main the fuck out of this game for score. Like man, like you look at the world record score, it's like a whole different game. But I think this has one of the best scoring systems. I think if I'm looking at Cave, the two big ones I like are like Galuda 1 and this one. I think are awesome. But so you notice we played survival a lot. Like we played the old Dodonpachis. Those we didn't score at all because you just hit the extends. This one, it's you can't just passively go and hit the extends. So like we're looking at one replay. This is from ZZZZ, where they literally do 0 scoring, and by the end, look at their score. They're at like 500. When the last scoring extends. Goat is Pro Gear? Yeah, Pro Gear is turbo good. Somehow I always forget Pro Gear, and then I think about it, and I'm like, wow, that's actually a incredibly good game. I have like I thought about doing a video on like a route for Pro Gear that's like pretty safe and gets you like 13k. So you'll have like 6 lives. I think 6 lives is enough for somebody who's just trying to get like first time through. Uh First time through like 1cc of it. 6 lives is enough to get to the end boss and just bomb the shit out of it. What what was like Cave doing at what was like the games directly around Pro Gear? They did like Dangun, Guwange. Those are good games, but like then hitting like Pro Gear and Daojo's kind of crazy. Those first one all are 10k, 11k. Yeah, that was kind of mine. Around what mine was. They did a Pro Gear in a they did Pro Gear in a Callus Cup, and I was just copying one of Mariscan's like safer routes, and it got me like 13k uh without doing too much crazy stuff. We ended up finding I think it's Fuku-chan or somebody else. It's probably Fuku-chan has a route where like uh they like hold diamonds for a long time. They'll like instead of like shoot enemy, build your diamond ring, so now every time you're lasering dudes you're getting your all your gems. They'll like get all their gems and then they'll just keep holding it for like 20 seconds. They like they just hold it for like 20 seconds and just let all the gems land on them. It looks so funny compared to the like scoring stuff. But sections like stage 4 where it's vertically scrolling, like it's a really easy way for somebody as a beginner to just like have diamonds constantly raining down on them without needing to think about the system at all, which is super funny. Mustar's the greatest Pro Gear player. I need to see that. What's the stage 5 vacuum? Is that Is vacuum like the thing at the end of stage 1 where you get the cancel on all the Zakos and it just keeps like chain reacting forever? I could see something like gotcha. That's literally the only one of those I know. I think I could imagine the part on Pro Gear Stage 5 though. Is it like when you're going down after the mid boss and then there's like a bunch of dudes who come in after the section with like all the rails or stuff that like goes diagonal? I don't know. I could never figure that out. I just gave up on it when we were doing Callus Cup. Yeah, Guwange chaining the whole game like horrifies me. Like I prefer Donpachi chaining over like stage long Dodonpachi chaining. So game long chaining is horrifying. It's stage 2 train. You're doing it stage 4. Matt, I gotta look at more scoring routes of that. I'd always be a bit scared to attempt like a 2-all of that game just because you gotta score good. And like all my shit's been like chump scores. They've been just like making the game as brain dead as possible. All right, real quick for everybody who just got here, I want to show the first stage again real quick, just so you got. I was talking about how the score works. I was going to show first stage real quick, then we'll learn stage 4. So we talked about you hold shot, it builds your whole bar. Once your bar is red, you then hold laser to kill a big enemy that cancels, and instead of tiny gems, 27 to 30 mil, like the threshold you want to hit. At some point, I really want to mess with that, because the second loop looks really interesting compared to like normal cave first loop. So like for our baby route so far, look at this here. So we hit everything with shot, the bar's red, you hold laser. Now all these are big gems, and now we have a huge multiplier. And you're trying to hit like 30k. For us, we're gonna hit it after the mid boss, because we're doing a baby route. Making this harder than it's supposed to be, because I'm not moving where you're supposed to. Something nice going to this, I was losing my mind over Donpachi's routing, or Dodonpachi's routing. This game's way more linear. I like jive with this routing a bit more. Like here we'd use shot, so we build up that bar, then we hold laser, and if the bar's still red by the time it dies, you get all these gems. And the reason why I really like the scoring is because look at what happens when you hit 30k gems. It just deletes the whole... You get so many 30ks, it's beautiful. I've even thought about routing, like, taking some of the optimal parts of the route and making them unoptimal, just so I could get a 30k. I'm like, there's a part in the route where you'll be like 25k. If you kill these fast, then these barely spawn. If you don't, then this happens. There's a part in the route where you're at like 25k, you're supposed to cash in, and then you'll spend like a 15k or something, or like another 20k. I'm like, what if we just score way less than that, and we just do one scoring round and one scoring section instead, and it's 30k, and we get 30k numbers on the screen. Because whenever it's not 30k, whew, I don't know if I was all the way on the end. If it's not 30k, you get the times here, but they don't like glow for 800 years. Pro Gear second loop, it's got suicide bullets. You're like Ketsui style. And the super unique thing is there are checkpoints. If you're on a stage section, it checkpoints you back. I think you probably get the like stage 5 or something, and then you milk a checkpoint. How does that work for a world record score? Do you just do the entire 2 loops? Do you just do the like entire 2 loops and then like milk the shit out of one checkpoint and then have to do the end game without dying? I'm like, that sounds horrifying. That sounds super scary. Nope, you can't milk checkpoints. Okay, cool. That's better. That's better. I don't want to sit there with like 8 lives. Oh yeah, and there's like the. Is it because of the bomb stuff? I know there's like, so you have 3 bombs, and then when you max bonus it, like Dodonpachi, you get stuff. Worse than DDP max bonus. Oh shit. I remember watching the average Super Play enjoyers where they died in like stage 2, like early or something. And it's like, okay, thank God it's at stage 2 and not like stage 4, or our points would be so ass. I did bomb a lot when I played in my 13 mil route. I wonder what it'd look like if you didn't bomb. Like, just how much that max bonus would be there. Because I look at like, man, that 13 mil, that's gonna be a lot of work to get it up to like 28 or something. And stage bonus. Does it carry over from first loop? Like, do you need to hold that no bomb from the first loop to the second or whatever? Or just not die? I'm like, the meme with Cave is that don't bomb ever for score. Might be turbo so for that. God damn. There's some spooky bosses. What up, caffeine? There's some spooky bosses too for you gotta dodge that one pattern on stage 3 boss that has like it curves up and it curves down and you gotta go in between, in between, in between. That shit looks fun though. Alright, we're gonna mess with, so here's the thing about Xenia. I mean my original 360 I'm playing on that I hooked up to this and not Xenia. It's really good delay, it looks good, it's like the best way to play. It's terrible for practice. Look at this shit. Stage 1 boss. Stage 2 boss. Need my save states. This isn't good enough. Some of the other games too will let you put you at the mid bosses, and I still don't find that good enough. So here's how we actually practice this game. Is we open up the actual way we practice this game is we boot up fucking emulator. We have to deal with grainy graphics and incorrect slowdown, but in return, we can save state everywhere. So we're not concerned about the accuracy of this because the accuracy is doo-doo. I can't get it good. I found some recommended. I ended up not doing coffee port because I got annoyed with every time you had to save and load state, it repeating the audio. And I didn't like I couldn't get the delay good. So I said, fuck it, you could go here in RetroArch and just bang up I don't even have it that. And just bump up all the input cheating shit. I would be on MAME for everything. I find MAME like so much less asshole than RetroArch. But my problem is that like Run Ahead is too powerful. It's too powerful. And my issue with MAME is I have so many, so like Dodonpachi, I had like 90 save states. I don't have 90 keys on my keyboard for MAME save states. I couldn't be asked to like put in states and like take them out in the folders. They're like both easier and harder in different ways. I fucking hate a lot of things about this. But the delay being good means that we're stuck with this shit. Yo, what up, Germinator? Don't pass me in Caravan. I've been demoted. I think I'm barely hanging on a cliff of 3rd place in Caravan. And I'm like, the two guys who got above, who are in 1 or 2, are too powered. But wasting time, you're right. I need to do the real game. For anybody who doesn't know, on Shmup Junkie Discord, they do 2-week caravans. You know, fuck it, we'll do 1 run just for shits and giggles. We'll do it. This shit is 2 minutes long. We'll do one run just for a quick break, and then we'll learn. Then we'll learn a stage 4 of Futari. Oh yeah, yeah. I've run into that still. We played. Dude, I put on my ass. You're doing one. All right, maybe we'll do like 17, 394. All right, where is this shit? Yeah, so Steel, I ran into that problem. We streamed, I got my first S-Braid clear with teleporting Retro Arch. So Gara would do her first pattern, and all the bullets would be going one way, and then they all shift over to the left and, like, change vertically. I'm like, what the fuck? What I ended up doing is I just downloaded Shmup Arch, because that version's old enough that it doesn't have that problem. So if you want to play, like, Donpachi to, Gwange, does Pro Gear have that problem? I don't know, but you just download Shmup Arch. Yeah, the people in the top 5 are like turbo. They're you see the 55555 replay, shit's nuts. So anybody who doesn't know, Shmup Junkie Discord, they do like a 2-week long caravan thing where you do like a 2-minute stage and try to see. Wait, he beat 555 as long as it's the same guy though. If it's somebody new, then I'm like, there's no fucking way we're hitting 50, dude. Yeah, I didn't even think 60 would be possible. Alright, what's this called? Temporal Blitz. How do I get it over here? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We gotta do this shit all awkward, like. So, homie in the Discord made this game, and everybody's been hyper going at it. Uh, game capture. And I got like every time I get like a score that I think is like, okay, this could be hard as shit to beat, somebody like annihilates it completely. Behold, it's upside down. All right, flip you. Whoops, that's 180. Oh god. Oh no. We did it. We'll do one run of this just because fuck it. It's turbo fast. Same guy. Yeah, that dude's a powerhouse. Yeah, DOJ and Katsui are good for, I think, like, everything DOJ on. Maybe Pro Gear 2 is fine. Maybe not. How's the volume on this? Well, it might be loud. We're doing quick 2-minute caravan. Let me make it not blaring loud. I haven't incorporated any of the new shit from that replay. I'm also on keyboard at an angle. It's optimal condition. The faster you kill shit, new stuff spawns. Time to remember where I did any of the bombs. If you point blank, you do a lot more. I think you bomb at the end of that, so you catch one of these guys as they spawn in. Like, they spawn immediately as it starts or whatever. I think we want to hold. I'm supposed to kill that guy faster. Once you kill all of these, then you guys spawn. This is not good. And there's a. No, you don't want. All right, this is the real run. If you kill him fast, you get medals, which is more score and bomb. And your bomb is huge. Your bomb is like this thing. Gives you iframes too, and it like kills all the bullets. You want to kill like a batch of them with the bomb, so you kill things quickly, get to the next section faster. If you can loot through the game, so you want to kill everything like turbo fast. Ideally, you kill stuff like literally as it appears on screen. Like right here's a good point, maybe. or punches at once. Oh, what's the next part? You could get both the medals here if you kill. Fuck. If you ever get hit, you have to restart. I'll just keep going just because why not? If you get the loop 2 and get like both of these, that's like 5k points right there. I think that's how you hit the like fatty score. Because this shit's too slow past that point. I should be a hitbox player. It'd be easier than using arrow key. That's terrible bomb points right now. You could kill all those like immediately. It's worth so much. I got better at this, getting the medals off everything without the middle shooting and being problems. This is the boss. You want to kill him turbo fast. He's got these Zakos. Always spawns. You do want... Oh, you don't... There's no collision? I didn't even know that. That's actually a big deal for killing these. I did that turbo slow, so he's... By this point, we want the timer to be like a minute by now. But we're at 30 seconds, so this runs like turbo dead. And the start's a lot harder too, because your rank starts up higher. So like, we've looped over to the very beginning. What you want to be doing is you want to like hit that huge like triple Zako rush section before your timer runs out. Right now, my high score, I'm at 52. The turbo good score right now is like 57, which is fucking nuts. But yeah, if you want to mess with that, go over Shmup Junkie Discord. They're doing like 2-week caravan. A ton of people are grinding that. I think I'm at 3rd, barely hanging on a cliff as like everybody else is posting bigger and bigger scores. Oh, there's a lot of people doing that one. All right. Now here's what we're gonna... yeah, dude, if we weren't streaming Futari, there would be no restraint. I was like playing that shit. I'm like, I'll do like 2 runs before bed, and it's like 1 in the morning. All right, so if you check out this, so I put a link in the description here. These replays, this is the dude. He has 2 subscribers, and he just posted incredible survival route that also scores way more than enough for way more than enough to hit all of the scoring extends, like without risking your life. You missed a work meeting. That's pretty good. Did you PB though? That's what actually matters. If you didn't PB and miss a meeting, it's still worth it. That shit's playable in browser too. Alright, now we actually have to learn shit. Obviously, the route as shown earlier is super unrefined. I gotta work on that, but we're just trying to get the base route, and then we'll go through later, like refine everything. So we got like stage 1 to 3 vaguely down. We kind of know how the juiciness works with our tiny amounts of juice versus actual score. This stage, I never know how to feel about this stage, because I'm not a big fan of the music. But the stage itself is really good when we're doing original. Alright, let me actually memo shit. Alright, we start bottom left. We just sweep first waves across. You cut back whenever the big enemies are here. And then you just get pushed back to the right side. Music kicks in for the next section. You see he moves up a bit. So he's up here. So he has room. You see the way, because your options, you see your options are on the right side. They're like Gradius options. Welcome back, Metal Wolf. We got distracted by Caravan for a bit. Is your PB? That's sick. Yeah, it's too... So my advice still is doing it the boring way, which is literally like save stating like 5 seconds at a time or less. Like, let's say if I watch like a minute of this replay and then I go in and try it, I'm not going to be able to do the very first thing. I literally have to do this. So like, this is the the amount of a section we'll have to do. So like we're bottom left, we go here for the first 2 waves. Once the big enemies are in, you go the other way. Once you get booted out, you go to the right. And then right there, that's literally just the extent of what we'll memorize. Let's get to Yo, thank you. I'm starting to agree. I think I wasn't sold on original, to be honest. But God mode is turbo fucking good. Like really, really good. And then once we're booted out, we go over. And then bam, next state. That's the tiny pocket of time that I have to do to memo. So like it sounds pain in the ass. Oh, let's the sounds all fucky. Let's just do this. Does it sound fine? Sound is not fine. That'll do. I have to memorize in tiny pockets, which is why I have 9,000 save states. Or like Dodonpachi, I have like 90 total. For SDOJ, I think I had over 100. Because most of them were on fucking Hibachi, dude. So we get booted. We want to be up here so our options hit the dudes on the top right. And then let's figure out how to not die to all those big enemies. So that's kind of the... I would memo everything. Can't believe you cleared Shin using stage select. Yeah, that... Like, Shin's still not the worst, because you could go to mid-bosses, but it's still, like, you're memorizing, like, half the stage at a time. I was working on... I've never... I blame this for me not realizing that save states were good. Is that, I tried Toho Prac, TH Prac, for the first time, like, the other day. And holy shit, you basically have save states. It's glorious, man. It's so good. I never knew how to practice in shmups or Toho. Because you just kind of play. And you don't realize, like, once you have practice tools, how fast you could go. Yeah, so here's the slowdown settings we're using just as a vague thing. Let's see what we're at. I think it's Elrica thread or something. It's I think it was 43 clock, 43.5, and then 56 splitter or something. I don't know. Let's see, where is Reco God? Yeah, 43.5, 56. And it's like I still don't know if I'm supposed to use Buffy's or use Antiquity. I assume I'm doing Buffy's, because when I swapped to Antiquity, I got like some sections would be slowdown where there wasn't before. Runs Dead still beats the dev high score? Yeah. That's why if you're not gonna hit top 5, you gotta beat the dev to be like, hey. I'll beat Threshold. So let's solve that problem with the big enemies. So we're bottom left, we go all the way over. It kills these 2 groups of Zakos. Now there's big ones. I'll refine the movement later. I saw how he moved like diagonally. Alright, big enemies, we go across, we're up. Music kicks in. We move down. Our options are killing dudes on the right side. Now we're holding focus. We don't have input display, so it's kind of harder, but it's more obvious with like this. If you look at the options, you could tell if they're using shot or laser really well. Okay, so we're moving through here. Options are killing things. The big enemies show up, we switch to focus. And that's enough to get you out. And then you get your fatty cancel. Another thing, I usually put a keyboard right here, so for MAME it's easy, you just hit state and then button. I do find it easy where you could just count down them, like 34, 35, 36, whatever. On here, I don't know, they're both pros and cons. So here we start up here once the music kicks in. Our options are hitting the top right, now the big enemies are in. Now we could come around, get big cancel. And then I'd put a state. That's like literally how often I'll put states in this. And here's the grasshoppers. And okay, yeah, I can see where the grasshopper comes in. You have to like kill him late there for the big score. I'll basically like go 5 seconds at a time, stating everything. And then like get big sections at a time, because it's easy to know individually how to do everything. And then you forget how to do it like when it's going back to back to back, or like whenever which section is where. The music kicks in. This is an easy diagonal. Oh, I went too fast. We cut, but we don't want to have to do that, because look now we're in this position, which is not good. We'll start your first wave on the left, wave up top. Now we go back the other way. These are the bigger dudes. We wait till we're kicked out, and then we can move in. Music kicks in. Let's go a bit slower, because our options have to hit there. Big guys are here. We'll switch laser. Now we're here. We get the cancel, and now we know how to do the start of that. So we do it sections like that, and then we push onwards. How do we deal with Grasshopper now? So we're getting our first big gems. And then we're using shot. You don't have slowdown? We have jank-ass slowdown. So basically we have both Xenia and RetroArch open. Because Xenia practices shit, we're just trying to get the basic routing down on RetroArch. And we're not too worried about the slowdown, because we just need to know where to go. And then once we know where to go, then we could pop open Xenia and do it actually. So like the start of that section in here would look like this. And now it feels so much better and looks so much better. Go over like this, wait till we're kicked out. Hold laser, kill you guys. There's a diagonal here, or not yet. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, we're in original. I'm like, why is this all weird? I'm like, the bullets aren't what I think they are. There we go, here's God mode. Alright, wait for these big guys, laser them all. About to be kicked out, so we move over, we use laser. We're Rekko, so we're OP as fuck. Go through these diagonal lanes. Hold laser. Now that you guys are here, our options will just go and kill everything. Get the big cancel. And then, I guess we get the big cancel on you. Alright, we'll have to shoot for more and then go in later. So that's what we'll do, we'll go back and forth. But for just learning like where to go beyond RetroArch. I mean on my arcade PCB, which I hacked with save states somehow. Okay, shoot. When do we start lasering? Do you laser really late? Look at the bar. The bar is full, so we're using shot. Okay, he's lasering last second, so I think because whenever you're using shot, you have like Rekko W shot. So point blank does a lot of damage. So point blank. And we'll know the cue for moving out is you see the lane we're in here. Once the lane's about to hit the bottom, then we'll just swap over to the side. We go back in. We're using laser for the damage for a bit, and then we'll get the cancel. Like laser, use shot for a bit. When do we want to use shot? That's something we'll figure. If we don't hit like the gem stuff now, that's fine. We'll just laugh that later. And then we'll stick to the left here. We don't want to go too fast. This is the thing that I find hardest when you're trying to memorize a route. Is trying to remember what the next section is. Like sometimes you get cues so you know like where you need to be for the next one. But like I'll always be in this situation right here where like we just finished a section, we hit a big cancel. And now I'm like, where the fuck do I need to be? And sometimes you can just react to the next section and then be like, oh, we're at that part now. But sections like this, you have to remember, okay, we need to stay on the left side. So we hit this grasshopper here. And out comes a... No, there's not one under that grasshopper. Okay, let's fuck with that a little bit. We get the big cancel. This is what happens if we didn't point blank. If we do point blank, and then laser out, was that fine enough? It wasn't. Ooh, let's figure out, how do we sneak through these bullets? So we get our first cancel. We're here. We're just gonna ride that first lane. We ride the... So we kill it. We move over. We ride into the first lane. We just keep going through the lane. We're not going to worry about getting the big gems right now. We just want to get where to move right now. We'll lab out the big gems later. And then just remember to stay there for Grasshopper. Does the Grasshopper, do we need the... How much do we need to use shot on it? Oh, we don't. Oh, he flicked it there for a bit. Look at the bar. The bar's full, full, full. It's going down. It goes back up to full for a sec. Is that because he flicked shot? Yeah, he flicked shot for a second. Whenever you kill an enemy, your bar goes up like max. So sections with Zakos make it easier to time the big guys. So maybe the state is not at the best part, but... So Grasshopper dies. Sneak into the first lane. Follow along with this. I remember that big bullet pattern. If we mitigate our damage right, then we don't kill that as fast. That's... I kind of wasn't too sure on there, but even if we kill it fast, then we get to the second Grasshopper. Let me get a state to where we kill that Grasshopper on the left. Alright, get into the first lane. Ooh, we kill that so fast. I'll lab that later to make sure we don't accidentally... All the little timings are stuff I don't want to grind right now because it's boring to watch. Alright, what do we do after Big Grasshopper? Big Grasshopper on the left. Now we want to get ready for the one on the... Okay, a big thing in this game too, when a gem spawns, you see how you pick them up normal, they're just normal gems, but if you pick them up as they like appear, they become red. So you kind of want to go over enemies as their gems come out. So we kill you, we're going to move up top left, pick up all the gems, and the Zakos will be baited in a fine spot. Bottom right, we're just going to use laser, kill you, get ready for this. We'll state like at this point right here. Let's get one right there so then we can figure out the worm on that part. Oh, actually, we have this one right here, that's fine. So we kill you, we'd go up here to bait the Zakos. We go over... We killed you kind of slow, but whatever. Let's figure out on this worm. We're going to have to remember which of the bottom right worms are which, because this looks like the last section. So let's see if we treat it the same. So it's going to have the same behavior. If it has the same behavior and we do the same exact movements, it makes it way easier to memorize. Yeah, we do the same exact thing. And here... Look at the bar. They're doing a weird thing here, I think. Are they holding it, or are they, like, flicking for half a second? Because look... No, they're not. They're just holding it. They get small gems on that cancel, but it doesn't matter at this point, because we haven't done any cancels so far in the route. This is like a safe-ish run that, like, vaguely scores. So, like, instead of scoring to enough gems and then canceling immediately, and then going back to building, this one kind of just has, like, one big scoring spot on each part of the stage, just to guarantee you have enough gems by that point. Just because this is basically a survival route. Okay, we treat you the same. This is the second worm on the right side. We just, we could probably just use shot here just to build it back up and then immediately go back to lasering. Maybe this is dangerous for survival if you, like, if you get tagged by it. Or, like, if you don't do damage really fast, because look at this pattern it's bringing out. Maybe that's fine to dodge with the slowdown. Let's get to there. Where did we put our state? We put it on you. Could be weird to mess with the damages, so I'm gonna try flicking shot for a sec, so look, our bar's all the way full. We get it here, and then I remember that weird movement. And this is gonna be right to where the mid-boss is. Or, this isn't the mid-boss. This is the first big cancel section, so you stop shooting, so your bar goes back to nothing, and then whenever you kill it, get big 30Ks. We'll get some juice in a sec, I gotta see how they do it. So we kill that lantern on the top left. We're just gonna stay hugging the side, so look at how much easier this was compared to where I just did it. I might make this slightly bigger. It's covering stuff, but whatever, it'd be easier to see. Instead of flailing around like I did, they're holding to the left side. It makes dodging that first wave easy. That second wave is just one movement. Alright, they're delaying a long time. They're holding laser. So you're not gonna get the juicy 30K because you're using laser. These blue gems are sucking it, but because you're above 10K multiplier, you see it's going up. So now by the time we're here and we get the big juice, it's hit the 30K. I actually don't give a shit about score. All I care about is seeing these numbers. I just want to see the big 30Ks. That's why we're messing with this route. Alright, go slow, go slow. The reason we are going slow is because the big guy comes up here. If we want to dodge it, we just go into the natural lane. The most natural lane is the easiest. That's good. So we're at the second bottom right worm. We'll kill you unoptimally, because I don't know how to damage you yet. You shot for a second, so our bar goes up. We'll get the big cancel here, and now I need to do that faster because it pushes me out. See how I'm getting shoved all the way over here? So it might mess with like this enemy because now the dodge is way harder. Let's just try for right now killing the worm super fast. Kill the worm really fast. We'll try killing you really fast because I suspect might be easier like this. Let's just get a state here so we don't have to keep seeing the worm. Go slow, 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 slow. We went too fast even, maybe. Go in the natural lane, which would be this one or something. We would have more slowdown in Xenia. Look at the big juice. Juicy juice. Let's try it now when we have actual slowdown. So instead of recharge where it's all weird, we'll pop over to Xenia. We'll try from the start and see if we can remember everything. So we start bottom left. There's 2 waves we want. 1 wave, 2 wave. We're kind of diagonally up here, so stuff gets shot to the side easier. We have more room. We wait here till we're kicked out. We hold laser on all the mid enemies. What at this point? We go over here. We leave our options on the side hitting those. Switch to laser with these big enemies. Get juicy cancel. Point blank a bit, go down into the lane. Go to here, go in the first lane that opens up. What did we want to do at this point? This is, see, that's what, I literally was just talking about that, not remembering where to be. We go up here to pick up all the gems if we got a real cancel. This would be that grasshopper. Now here's the second worm. So now we're at the part where we just were. We probably want to just hold laser for right now, kill you fast to make this part easier. We have to do a hard dodge. Yeah, if we do okay, I see why they show that in the replay getting the small gems, because now we're pushed out. Now here's the juice. It's beautiful. So now we have a vague notion of how, even with our unoptimal gem gaining, we still had 30K for that point. That's why we're doing this route. Because it can make me feel like I'm doing scoring stuff, even though we're horrifically unoptimized. Yes, I need 30Ks. My first scoring game was Escaluda, so that'll tell you why I like this scoring so much. Although I think everybody likes this scoring. This is what I kind of wish original mode had a version of this score. But original mode has its own interesting way of doing score. Like, it's got a good twist in Black Label version. If you were confused like me when you're new to shmups and had no clue which, like, anybody here see, what's it called? The hardest video game ever video from 800 years ago. That was like horrific quality. Yeah, 1.5 Maniac. Yeah, so if you're a 1.5 player and you want this system, it's not an Ultra, it's not an original, but it is in Maniac. I think Maniac are similar between 1.5 and Black Label, but with the big difference in that Black Label Maniac, you have access to Reco, and Reco's fucked up. Yo, what up, Wes? Uh, I don't know. So right now we have like our vague initial route of stage 1 through 3, and we're learning stage 4 right now. I'm shocked at how approachable this mode is. Especially, yo, guys, if you haven't seen Wes's stream, holy shit. So I went into Wes's stream after learning stage 3 for the first time, and Wes was on stage 3 in Ultra 1.01. So it's even harder than normal Ultra. And I'm like, okay, now that I have a vague understanding of what like the God mode route looks like, I'm looking at 1.01 Ultra, and I'm like, nah, dude, nah, some stuff looks vaguely familiar. I'm like, that pattern's similar in between the two games, except it has 4 times the bullets. It has 4 times the bullet count, and your playership is dog shit. Dude, in Black Label, Reco kills everything a phase early. Every time you're on a boss attack or you're killing a big enemy, instead of the big enemy like flooding out their whole pattern, and then like look at like let me pull back up here. Yeah, urge to do score stuff before you can clear. See, that's why I learned that from Escaluda 2. I tried learning the scoring route. I never got past stage 3. That's why with this route we're doing like baby score route because we could learn it really fast. Okay, look at this shit. This is what Reco does. I'm trying to think of the best example. Let's just do, this is just an easy example. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is the idea I'm trying to get across. Let's go to the turtle. Where is stage 2 turtle? So like, if we're in, this guy's kind of hard in even in God mode. But let's see here. So this is vaguely what God mode turtle looks like. So we dodged this pattern, and now we got this coming in here. See, it's dead. We didn't have to dodge like whatever the hell that stuff that was coming in was about to look like. If you're not in Black Label and have Reco, you have to dodge this entire ass other pattern. Like I think I figured out with like the ultra modes is all these cave games, if you time them out, will eventually loop you to an enrage pattern that's like way harder than the normal pattern. That's like in all the cave games, like Escaluda. If you leave a pattern alive for too long, the later parts of the pattern are really fucking hard, but you're expected to kill them by then. It's kind of just to boot you out and make sure you're like doing damage and shit. But like Ultra makes you actually have to do that. But Reco and Black Label just fucking murders everything. They murder everything so fast, it's crazy. But because of that, I found the routing like shockingly approachable. Like the stage 1 will beat your face in the first half of it right away. Yeah, Escaluda Dragon Blaze. Dragon Blaze was fun. We did a stream at that one, except where we were just doing raw survival. Here, we'll go back to learning stage 4. I wanna just do a stage real quick, because this shit's, like, handy. I wanna see if I can not fuck this up. Here's our baby route for stage 2, so... Oh, it's not on. Not you. You. We're switching back and forth between RetroArch for save states and Xenia to actually get a real game. Let me see if I can remember the baby route so far. As these jellyfish are about to hit us, we go in. We get a little bit of juice on these. I'm doing a bad job. I'm already behind on killing the shrimp. It's already horrible. Am I getting more slowdown than normal? I think something is wrong. Let's see if it fixes itself. It should fix it now. Okay, that was fine. Something about it's so nice playing in... Oh, we actually got the red here. There's got to be a better way to optimize this shit here. I don't know it yet. I think you're supposed to leave these alive for longer and trigger them like kind of separately. So yeah, we hit 30k. Somehow before we were not hitting 30k, even like a section later. I think with these you like hit them for a bit now. Once they're going red, then you cash in. Okay, here's the... Let's just get some 30ks for the juice. I don't know if this is optimal at all. Yeah, I love this whole stage, everything on the like aesthetic and sound and everything. Look at the juice. I fucked up. Well, I didn't kill that one cancel enemy. If I was good, you could come back around and kill it and get like 2 cancels off this. I don't know. This game is just so... Maybe it's because I just don't jive with the routing in Dodonpachi as hard. I had a really hard time in Dodonpachi, which is why I got so mad. But like, I don't know. This reminds me of like labbing DOJ for the first time. Well, I need to be on the side so we get the red gems instead. I remember labbing DOJ for the first time. I know there's the whole after the tier list. It's been funny. Everybody's been debating like what everybody thinks on DOJ. DOJ routing is what I enjoy. So whenever I see that in a game, that's something I like. Yeah, look at Rico's damage here. So this whole last section is about to start. And it just fucking dies. It just fucking dies. I don't know if I remember how to do the next section yet. We have a vague idea of the route. This one I don't have down super well. So we go here for a bit, because a big enemy's about to show, I think. And it's easier to dodge on the side, but don't be on the hard side there. I knew there's a reason I wasn't supposed to do that. Like a shrimp up here. I think we wait a bit for those side enemies, then we go up here. And then when we move to the side, we have room to get through the like wide parts of this thing. We want to go over to the gems and then come back. I need to laser these guys first. So that. Okay, I'm remembering where, by this point you want like 30k. We are having absolutely not 30k. If we're goated and the route's working as intended, then you have this whole section here. Where you go here, go here, go here. You get the fat cancel. I killed the Spire, so we don't get the fat cancel. We kinda got it. And then you could get a shit ton of gems here. Oh, Wes, are you here? Do you have any fucking clue how to do stage 3 mid-boss? This shit is ungodly. Oh, yo, what up, Mr. Sensei? Gem showers are probably what caused Crimson Clover. Yeah, I think... Is Futari the first, like, I guess Escaluda started that. Just screen flow of, like, satisfaction. I know people started not liking that a while ago, and then back to liking or something or something. Yo, what up, Blazing Lasers? Yo, appreciate you coming by. Say hi. Nah, dude, here's the thing with God mode. God mode is way easier than it looks. Whereas like like Ultra looks terrifying and is terrifying. God mode is like looks terrifying and then is like surprisingly not bad. I find this shit easier than SDOJ. Okay, yeah, is there a way to remove the big numbers from bullet canceling? Yeah, so when you use shot, whenever you use shot, so let's... Ooh, I got right to the right state there. Let me put the right actual thing on. Yep. Have you done any Larsa practice? Nope. All I know is stage 1 to 3 right now, and then I booted upstream. So we can learn a bit. So, real quick, everybody just got here. Here's how score works. So look at the top left. If you're using shot, the bar goes up. And if you kill things, it goes up better. You see how there's a red bar now? Now, if you laser enemies while you're in the red, you get big gems instead of small gems. So you want to like shoot stuff and then hold down laser to kill big enemies so you get big cancel like this. See the bar's red? You hold laser, you get big gems. Those gems go to your multiplier. You're not actually getting big score right now. But if you let go so your bar is normal and nothing, and then you hold laser, you're getting these small blue gems instead. And those are where you're actually using your multiplier. So like using shot, the bar's going, you're building up the multiplier, not actually getting any score yet. But then when you cash it in, so like fuck it, I'll just use laser on the boss for right now. You'll see if you're not at like 30k, it'll look like this, where it's all blue gems and you see the multiplier. It spends your amount, but you get score off it. And then you rinse and repeat. That's how the scoring system works on this. By the way, any human being know how the fuck you do Stage 3 mid-boss. Where is this motherfucker? I think it's... Getting into Bluish? Yeah, Bluish leans into that exact style a whole lot. All of the games that, those, like, Dojin games from that, I don't know how many people worked on that. Alright, you see this boss? I have no fucking clue how to do this boss. So the latter half is easy because you just keep tapping to the left and it clears you out. You don't have to actually do a dodge. But the first half, I have no fucking clue how to do this part. Because sometimes you have to move based off... I don't know if the boss moves randomly, but like, sometimes we stay here and we're fine, and it makes it so we could just do a quick and easy dodge. And now this whole section is free. Like, that looks crazy, but I literally just tapped right at the start, and then I went to the left, and everything kind of missed me. But sometimes I don't know how to make it so the start kind of works. Like, I'll have to get a different state to make sure if there's, like, a seeding thing. But, like, the other replay I saw just did this. Fuck! Yeah. So I'm assuming it's just hard to get that first half. But if you get the second half, you're good. I don't know. That's something we're not going to do right now because that's something I got to figure out later. And watch replays and do stuff. But let's go back to... Now, here's a good test. Now that we got distracted, not actually, we're just messing around and stuff. Let's see if we remember what we learned from stage 4 from like 10 minutes ago. We have to go back and make sure it's cemented in because I've had so many times where I've labbed out the whole stage and then like not fucked with it. And then I come back and I basically have to relearn it again. So let's see if we can remember everything we learned. We're bottom left. There's 2 waves. That's the second wave. We go up here. These enemies we want to laser. What now? We wait till we're pushed out. Hold laser. Music kicks in. That's our cue to go through these diagonals. We hold our options on the top right side. We use laser now. You see we move through it too fast. That's something we'll have to remember. Whenever we're going through the diagonals, we don't want to go too fast. The reason I say this is easier than it looks is because it's like this movement here is no different than what I was doing in original. It just happens that instead of one singular long stream of bullets, it's just a lot of bullets in a stream. Okay, see, we went slower, now we have more room on the vertical. We get the cancel here in some way. We're gonna point blank you for a bit and get into a lane. We're gonna get outside and then go in this first lane. I think it's this actual one. And then we probably grab the gems, we wait here. We laser you towards the end, so we build gems. I laser too early, so now we got tiny bitch gems. I forgot where to go here. Okay, I remember now. So, ignoring gems since I don't have that shit routed right now. We kill you. We're gonna keep holding laser because we want to kill this even though we're gonna get small gems fast. So we can make this guy a little bit easier. And now we have room. See, we're hugging the side now compared to what we were doing earlier where it's a lot harder. We're holding laser at this point because now we're cashing in. Go in the first lane, and now it should cancel. We get juicy 30Ks. Glorious 30Ks is all I care about. Alright, that's all we've learned of stage 4. Now we're going to learn the other part of it. So we kind of have that. We'll have to go in, and you see we didn't really know how to damage the big enemies to get the proper gems, but... Oh yeah, no worries, Wes. Yo, good luck in ranked or whatever. Yeah, I imagine after you've done the different ultra modes and everything, like, I forget the last route I did. Like, if you told me to hop on Escluda 2, I don't think I could remember that much. Any recommendations to Futari and Bluish? This style of the big fat, like, do the thing, big explosion, giant stuff, while having, like, cave routing. Crimson Clover, Escluda 2, Akai Katana. I'm pointing out the cave ones. What are some not cave ones that are in that style? Battle Traverse. That's cheating. That's a not cave game. What are not cave games that have that cave style? There's that new Cotton game that came out that's all casino. That one blows up in a similar way like that. The 3D Cotton that's not that. I think it's Rock and Roll. That one has this a lot. You pick up a bunch of magic off enemies, you let it go, and they just all explode into metals. gun vein, you bomb, and everything turns into metals. Most stuff nowadays, I feel like, leans into that because it's super, super satisfying. What's some other good shit? I don't know. There's so many games. Dude, I've been meaning to do like Eshkatos for like 500 years. I haven't seen that. I'm a. Yeah. What's that band? I owe spirits. I haven't seen that. I'm super unfamiliar with like the GBA shmups, except for anybody here play Iridian 3D? I had that when I was like 8. Goated game. Painting Bombs Gunvein? Yeah, Gunvein. I need to do Gunvein at some point. There's too many games. I feel bad every time somebody's like, "Hey man, would you it'd be cool to have like an S-Braid guide." And I'm like, "Trust me, I want to do it." But there's so many games. I'm like, "We're going to get to it eventually. We're in here for the long haul." Yeah, whenever you get juice in the slowdown, like the frame rate drops, it's like this when you get like the 30K and it's like turbo juice. Yeah, I'm big fan of that. I remember when Crimson Clover first came out, like the original release on Steam, and like non-schmuppers were playing it and just freaking out by like just explosions everywhere. If you don't know anything about that game, what's cool about that game is it's by Clover Tag. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he's world record a bunch of cave games before. So that's pretty cool. Where are we? This is past the mid-boss. So we're at the point now where we've learned about 1.5 minutes of stage 4. Yes. Yes, we've learned an entire 1.5 minutes of this so far. Alright, we kill this. We pick up all the gems. We're bottom left. We go over to right. We bait everything. Where's the next big enemy? There's those ones on the right side. You're just keeping your options. You're holding laser there, so your options are killing everything. Excrine after DDP 1-all. A Rage Original. A range in Crimson Clover is pretty sick. Most of the Crimson Clover modes are tight. Yeah, arcade's no joke. I haven't sat down to seriously learn it, because I got that whenever I was pre-schmupper. But, I remember getting owned by Stage 2 boss a bunch. Okay, kill enemy, pick up all of its gems. Boost I also really like. Left to top right. Down slow, because we want to leave our Gradius options on the right side, so they constantly home in on the big enemies on the right. They're going to the big enemies naturally, but if you leave the options over there, then you see these options on the right side, they're kind of leaning over that direction. Clover Attack at Stunfest, I need to watch that. Dude, SDOJ. So I'm thinking of doing Shmup Slam this year, and I was like, I was gonna do SDOJ, but like, holy shit, I think both the Dodonpachis we've done 2-alls are way safer than that. Because like, SDOJ, you fuck up stage 4 and your run at the event is over. You get hit trying to hit the fucking... you just get owned. Trying to get the score not the score extend, the stage 4 boss extend. Good god, shit is so hard. I promise we'll... at this now. What do we do after we've done this part? We've killed all this time and we've gotten out there. Once we've killed the big enemies, do we hold here? We're on the vertical, so we're hitting you. Are we using shot or laser here? Do they switch shot? We're holding lasers. Yeah, they switch shot, so you kill the Zakos. You're holding... I think they might have just kept holding shot. It's not worth lasering for points on these enemies that don't give a ton of gems. So we don't need to think about that. It just complicates the routing too much. Alright, let's just get to there. We need to put our hands on it. Just do a safe DDP 2-all. I thought about doing DDP 2-all despite how mad I was, just because I think I could get 2 Hibachi in a live run, and then I'll like eat shit or whatever if the run has been bad. Yeah. But like I don't think anybody would care at a live event if like you got 2 Hibachi and then didn't kill Hibachi. At least that's what I don't know. Where's our state? We need to get to where we're killing. Alright, we're at this point. So we're holding off slowly. We're trying to get a state after the mid-boss kill. Yell at me if the sound is too loud. Kaboom, let's get a state here. So we pick up everything. Let's see if we can remember. Bottom here. We go over to top right. We go slow. We're putting our options here and then holding laser. Our options are on the right enemies. We make our way out. Hold laser here. And now I don't know what to do. It oddly feels like an original mode stage. Yeah, I'll take reaching Hibachi and live run as success. Just being able to show it off would be cool. I thought about too, you could also bring like the thing that terrifies me in a live 2-all is what if what if things go wrong and you don't like hit second loop. Like what if you're trying to show like a Ketsui Emote route and then you use 7 bombs and you're like, well, I guess I saved the schedule by 30 minutes for the rest of the runs. But you could just bring a save state in a live environment and then just be like, whoops, I fucked up, but I'm still going to show off what it'll look like. And then you just do that. And it'd be less cool, but you'd be able to show it off still. Because everybody knows it's a live setting. It's fucked up. Like, dude, I don't know if I told this during the DDP ones, but I don't know. I haven't met that many people in person because I only did Shmup Slam. And I've known people's like tags because I watch a lot of replays. So I've seen like people's names every now and then. But somebody was going up to set up for their next run. And they were practicing before. And it was fucking Same Same Same. And I think Morris is there. And I turned over and I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody's doing Same Same Same? They're a madman. They're a madman doing that in a live event. It was Froborn's run. I'm like, hey, I've seen that guy's replays before. And he had he got stuck in one of the worst checkpoints in that game. It was so mean. He lost like 8 lives or something and then made it through the checkpoint. It was so sick on the last life. It was so good. We're all yapping and we'd look over and like fucking, we're at 8 lives. The checkpoints fucks you over because it's impossible checkpoint. And then like look over, we're like, oh shit, he's at 6 lives. Oh shit, he's at 4 lives. And then like on the last lives, he cleared it. That shit was so good. I think I told him, I'm like, I cannot believe you had the balls to run such a scary game like this. Same thing with like Game Boy Guru. He ran a game that's like very, very scary in a live setting. Yo, what up, Dez? Yo, yo. Yo, what stuff you looking at or working on, Dez? A shmup related or not? I saw you clear Battle Mania. I need to mess with that. That game looks sick as fuck. I know 2 people IRL and know what a shmup is. Yeah, nobody knows this shit. Every time I talk to somebody, I have to be like, it's like Galaga. Except with like 9 times the bullets. I know a dude from fighting games who I think he had the world record for Toho 7 extra, like against Ran. So that's pretty funny. Go from like not know people and then do. And then somehow, dude, you know what's crazy? It's like I have a Smash TV cab that somebody basically like painted over and did their own stuff with and turned it into a MAME cab. And I got that for real cheap because they're moving out or whatever. And when I had that in my garage and some dude pulls up And he goes over and he's like, yo, you got a Smash TV cab. And I didn't even know it was a Smash TV cab. I'm like, I think it's just somebody's MAME cab. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure this one, I've seen this one before. And yeah, I looked into it. It still got like the marks and everything from one. And then I didn't talk to that guy for like a year. And then somehow I found my way into this local arcade Discord, and we had a shmup meetup. And it went over, and I'm like, hey, that's the guy who showed up that time. And I talked to him and stuff. I'm like, I found my way here after a year. And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know people, like, we actually have shmuppers here locally. I live in fucking Utah. I live in Utah. I'm like, I didn't think this would have, like, the shmuppers grinding. But yeah, one of the dudes, if you look up their YouTube channel, it's like Cave Maniac STG. Last time we were cheering him on to hit like 100 mil or like whatever that threshold is in Muchi Muchi Pork. That shit was sick. He was showing me how to do stage 4 route in a Radiant Silver Gun, and then I went back home and labbed the shit out of that. And then I was so stoked on Treasure at that point, I went and labbed Ikaruga. And I'm like, holy shit, the chaining in like Ikaruga is so sick. Yeah, apparently you wouldn't know that. It's same thing with like fighting games. Like you go like, all right, maybe 2 people play fighting games in Utah. Well, we have a world-class Tekken player, and the rest of the Tekken players are fucking God of Destruction. Concentrate on Mushi 1.0 Maniac. I really liked Mushi Maniac. I still need to go back and work on that. I got like a chomp clear on that. That got really lucky. That shit's really fun. You gotta have those auto fire settings right. It makes things turbo nice. I was playing like S. I know other people play W in that. I actually liked S a lot. You move so much. You're watching The Punisher. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen, Dez has a video where how many loops did you do with Violent Storm? I need to go back to that. I've been trying to learn just one loop of that game. Oh man, I thought about doing I need to stream beat 'em ups because I don't have many beat 'em up clears. I need to get better at them because I'm fucking making a beat 'em up, so I'm going through all these games doing research and shit so I don't make like all the dog shit ones that come out recently. But like Violent Storm's one I've been going through. Maybe we'll stream like King of Dragons or something sometime. I know that one's like way different from a lot of stuff, but I fucking love King of Dragons. It's in my like top 5 favorite games of all time. Just like presentation wise and shit. Yeah, 6 loops, that was it. How long was it? Like 3 hour, 4 hour or something? Dude, I can't imagine. And those games, like, you can route beat 'em ups, but like you gotta adapt to situations and like what the enemies do. I'm like, this shit's easy. I could just be moving around, falling asleep and waking up during the hard sections just because you can memo that stuff. Yeah, you want to talk about endurance runs? I'm like, that shit's crazy. Ninja Baseball Batman. I was watching clears of that. I also knew about I'm pretty sure most people found out about that game from the AVGN video. Ninja Baseball Batman. I felt the same way. Anybody see Armed Police Bat Rider and have the same exact reaction? I'm like, oh shit, there's another one. We got Ninja Baseball Batman and Armed Police Bat Rider. And Bat Rider also lives up to the name. Alright, sorry for everybody who's cared about Mushi. We're in a learning mood, which means we're chilling and we're yapping. Let's figure out how to deal with the next section while we do stuff too. Everybody just got here. We basically have stage 1 through 3, the starting route of it, and we're learning stage 4. And I'm kind of showing how I kind of like learning them in basically like 5-second chunks and then save stating that shit. Okay, so we sit on this enemy. This is kind of what you do in original mode too. Is you scroll over till you're on the big enemy and that's when you cut over to the side. Here we go so slow. What's the indicator that we go slow? Let's just treat this building. Something I found extremely valuable when looking at replays is seeing if they have dedicated queues. So like right here, you could just be like, okay, we laser this enemy, and then when do we go slow? I guess they're kind of going slow the whole time. But like, if you make a queue, it makes it so easy to memo. It'd be like, look at this destroyed building on the bottom. It's like, once we reach that hole, that's when we go. That's not really a good cue for this part. I think what they're actually doing is they're just tapping slowly. So we kill this enemy, tap slow, tap, 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 tap. And then once we see the big waves come in here, those purple waves, I guess everything's purple. That's when you actually do a big movement to dodge those. And then we'll curve around. We get up there fairly fast. When is the next big cancel? No, we're getting ready for, see that power up? That means we're at the boss. Alright, we'll look at this one more time and then we'll get to the mid-boss and then we'll fuck with the mid-boss. I remember the mid-boss being really easy from when I was looking at it. Alright, the top right, we go down, we're leaving our options. Hold laser, we're tapping really slow so we don't get stuck on the wall. Big enemy, we laser him, he's dead, we move over to the side. Big enemy, we laser him, we tap slow, we're waiting for the big purple wave. Big purple wave is here, now we curve around. We need to cut back. We can use the slowdown while it lasts before we get ambushed with fast shit. And then the rest of this is just streaming. Let's see if we could do that. Yeah, boss dives. We pick everything up. We're on this side. Did we need to wait for 2 waves? I forgot. So we're here. So there's this first initial wave. We get the next wave, we move up, we leave our options here, hold laser, tap slow, the laser's killing everything on the right. This is dead. We needed to go over here. We actually did this shit really fast. We get around you guys. We don't have any slowdown because this is not configured good retro art. You see, we didn't get the cut to the right, whatever side, so that made it hard. Let me just fix that real quick, and then we'll do the mid-boss. At what point did you cut, and why did we kill shit so fast? It was at this point here, we lasered, and then before I could blink, the top enemy was dead, or something. Maybe I didn't do that. Oh, you can't see? Oh god, that's funny. Get out of here, Xenia! Alright, let me redo that. I had the Xenia ambush. Alright, we're back. Now you can see the screen. Alright. Alright, left side here, we go slow. Next wave's here. We leave our options here. We hold laser, kill the enemies on the right side. We kill you. I need to clean that up. I'll clean that up later. This is not good. Whatever, let's look at the mid-boss now. So we got the state at the mid-boss. Mid-boss, I remember being really easy. So hold laser right away. We aren't canceling because we didn't build enough for this point. So we just hold laser, and then they're killing it fast. So they're not using shot at the end to get a bunch of gems off it. We'll just roll with that for right now, because maybe, do they hold shot? They hold shot at the end. The reason that's significant is because we're getting, like, jack shit for gems off it. I just assume in this route that we don't actually give a shit about gems for a while. I don't think they do the cancel for a while. So for actual dodging, the shit is literally just go in lane with our giant-ass slow-mo. Go in lane. Rekko fucking kills it. This might be easier than the original mode version. Let's see if there's anything weird that could happen. It did do it the other way around. And that's it. Except they killed it with shot at the last second. Let's just get a state there with it not killing it with laser. Because we probably want to hold the gems for a section ahead. So we just dodge through 2. Oh, this is what happens if you fuck around with the shot. You get the next section that's actually hard, but because you're on Rekko, shit's easy. You kill the boss before you see the next section. Alright, we get through 2. As soon as we get through 2, I'll just peep the life bar. Will this hold shot at the end? No. Why did we not do enough damage? Let's make sure that we're right under the boss. So let's see how it moves. So it's on the top here. It moves over to the side. Maybe instead of hyper-focusing on the lanes, let's look at where the boss is actually moving. See there, we did enough damage to hit it before. Now I just need a state where I use shot at the last second so I don't use up all of our resource. I'm literally just looking at top of the screen, top of the screen. We get through this pattern. Stop, please. Off the mess with the... Yo, did we live this? We did. It's so nice having a tiny-ass hitbox after... Dodonpachi hitbox is pretty big, relative. Come on. I'll have to make a brain dead strat for this because, or get better at the timing later. We're trying to kill it with shot last second. Ah! So that'll be what we could run into, are those small bullets. So if we follow, are those small bullets manipulatable at all? I'm just following the big enemy. We didn't run into any that time. Whatever, we'll do this for right now. Is hitbox 2x2? I wonder if Shmup Wiki might have that. Do we got a hitbox anywhere? I don't know either. Depending on which... I know in Ultra, your hitbox is smaller. I got no clue the size. Yo, random thought. You want to see something fucked up? I recently... So, if you've ever played a Toho game, you know that Reimu has, like, tiny hitbox. That's, like, one of her features in a majority of the games before, they normalized them, kind of. Yeah, I think it's reduced in God mode too, because I've gotten away with some dumb shit. Plus, there's that whole cave thing. I don't know too much about it, but because of the way it registers bullets, you could pass through a bullet technically. But it's like a freak accident thing. Let's see if you can actually see anything here. Hey, perfect size. I never knew quite how big the hitboxes were, but I never knew EOSD. I used to think it was way bigger than that. And then look at the middle there. Look at poor Marissa. What the fuck? What did Marissa do to go from a 4x4 hitbox to fucking 7x7, dude? 7x7? Look how big the box is. What did they do to Marissa? Which is funny because you still play her anyway because C-type is fucked up and the laser type has the glitch if you want to do a glitched playthrough. But fucking 4x4 versus 7x7? That's, like, not as bad as, like, Saidaijo going from a normal ship to a expert ship where it gets a lot smaller. But then all the recent games are just like, fuck it, now it's 6. You don't have to pick your ship and feel bad about it. Alright, back to... figure out what we do after this. I remember from see how we placed our options? Oh, we stacked them all on the side here. Stream. We just... And then there's a natural gap. Or we could just go up until we get the next section. So we just go up until we see the red enemies, and then you go down, that's a gap. Go left. Use your lasers here. What's nice about you kind of have to... I've learned you do have to manipulate your options. You hold laser, and they turn into these homing things. If there's no enemies on screen, see, we just have one big enemy. They're really good at, like, going to the big enemy. If you have multiple big enemies, or if something's like your options are off screen, they do weird things. So you want to, like, position them close to where the big stuff is when you have a lot of stuff going on. I've noticed that a lot on stage 2. But for here, when there's just one big one, we can be all the way in Narnia. I guess our options are on the side, so that helps with them locking onto that. It's another reason Rekko in this is fucked up. Rekko and... Just think about Rekko and Ultra as like a completely different ship. It's crazy. both of the, like, I don't think I've seen abnormal Reiko in, like, Wes was streaming, he's playing basically the Type A Dodonpachi Reiko version. They're so different. Alright, sorry, let's remember. Boss finishes, stack everything on the left. Shoot, shoot, shoot. We keep crawling along the screen until the red enemies show up. The red enemies show, we go down. And now we keep doing that. Our options are on the side, so when we focus in, it kills you. Now what? I'll just put a state there, and then we'll start memoing from past then. Am I on the right one? I am. Kill enemy, move here. You do this on the bosses too. If your options are off screen, then they don't lock on the bosses, and it's terrible. We crawl, we crawl, we crawl. Red enemy show there. I tap the bomb. Thank you, Samwa buttons. Alright, tap slow, tap slow, tap slow. White shot's pretty good here. Red enemies come in, we cut back. We use laser at this point. See here how is RetroArch less laggy than Xenia? No. Also, what up, Waffles? No, play Xenia, it's so much better. Even with me cheating with run ahead and shit, it feels so much worse. There's something about how it does inputs during the slowdown, what little slowdown we get. So we're actually playing we're using RetroArch to lab, and then we're popping in Xenia to actually play the game. Because I need me save states. Xenia's way better. Yeah, we're doing this for save states. The slowdown's all terrible, but like our settings now, I don't think they're quite right. But we do it anyway just because of okay, see there, when we went slower, all the options can actually lock onto it good. What up, what up? Yeah, Futari. Dude, I didn't believe everybody. I didn't believe them in that this was best game, but I'm leaning towards it being best game. Because everything I like about DOJ routing is present in this, except you also get juice. You get juicy times 30Ks. And it's in that weird territory where it looks really impressive, but it's not. God mode is nowhere near as oppressive as any of the Ultra modes by like a mile. Which means it looks cool, it feels cool, and it doesn't feel horrifying. Which is so good. I wonder why. I have 2 chats open and 1 8. This shit's eating one of the... Okay, there it is. Xenia greater than... Yeah. Here's the only case where, like a... The only case where I prefer the PCB audio is Hibachi's voice lines sound so much better in SDOJ because you get the weird echo and artifacting. People hate Hibachi's voice. I actually, outside of when you bomb, I actually kind of like her SDOJ Hibachi voice. You turn on the 360 port and I hate her voice. But the problem is the rest of the game is so much better. And yeah, the sound, every game that has like an HD port is so much better sounding. Let me get an example. It looks super hard, but the cancels are satisfying. Yeah, they feel good. And like a Black Label original is not too bad, especially. Yeah, that's how I remember that being controversial when people didn't like they turned Hibachi into an anime. Let me give a example, cause it sounds so much better in every way except for Hibachi voice line. Let me just pull up like. Yeah, we did a stream along with Batsugum. We got a no miss that got really lucky because I kept forgetting how to do like stage 3 stuff. We did a stream of that and that was fun, but I wasn't really convinced because to me it just felt like a streaming game. Not like a live streaming game, but just like it was just stream one side, wait for gap, stream other side until big enemy. I suspect God mode and Maniac mode make me like a whole lot. And we did SDOJ like 4 months ago. It felt like a lot longer. All right, let me give you an example of this is the only case where I feel like I like the PCB audio more than an HD version cave. Who has a 360 Hibachi clear? Uh, Saitao Joe. Actually, how about Exa version? Exa probably has. Yeah, Exa will have the. Okay, it lines up perfect. Yeah, featuring. I've seen a lot of people color swap the. Okay, here's what it's got different music in the back, but like, so here, listen to Hibachi. We need to go way ahead, actually. The echo helps me there, whereas this here, it just sounds like anime. Whereas here, it sounds like a psychopath who's about to murder you with a really hard to dodge pattern. That said, I fucking hate this sound she makes every time you bomb. Aria! Ugh. I fucking hate that sound. I'm like, I don't actually mind her voice too much, and then every time you bomb, she pisses you off. Which is par for course, I guess. Sorry, just got sent quick message. Yeah, I can't stand her saying barrier. Every other voice line's fine. And I like the echo from it. That's the only one I'll defend of PCB audio. Everything else is so much better in HD. Alright, where the fuck were we? Let's find out where we put our state. Wherever this is. Let's find out where that is. Alright, we go through here. We leave our options on the right side. You hold laser. Huh, is this what we did? Okay, this is where we're at. So we just killed this thing with our laser, and now we're learning this section. We're holding shot, holding shot. We're holding laser at the end here. Is that for gems? I guess it's for gems. You might as well. And then you curve around. You want the hug. Which, do you hug the very bottom left, or are you hugging a side? They're kind of they're doing a side and then going down just in case it shoots. And then we get excited. We see our juicy lantern. Except we're not gonna... Ah! That's the only thing that scares me in this game. You see how the slowdown can turn off? And you're like, oh fuck. Very scary. So we just killed big enemy. We hold shot, 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 shot. Hold laser. We cut around. Now what? They were doing the side, going here. Holding back. Now we get to here. You're building your gem or whatever. Let me do that again. We don't have any slowdown in this section on here. Ah. Yeah, see, if we get messed up there, let's remember go far left side. Oh, here, hold laser. We cut around, we move! See, that's a lot easier to dodge. Now we want to go over here as this shoots, probably. Do we kill the cancel before the Zakos come in? We do. Let's see when they decide to start shooting here, because that'll determine, when do you actually start lasering this thing? So you move over. Oh, there's so much more slowdown in an actual thing. You laser as soon as you get there. And the Zakos aren't a problem. It's just enemies left, enemies right. Yo, appreciate you showing up. Take care too, dude. This is FB Neo. If you're in Coffee Pope, it's probably way more accurate slowdown. But I needed input lag not to be bad and to not do save state and it going over and over for like 5 seconds every time you tried to save the state. It's fine for now just to learn where we actually are supposed to move. It cannot, but you have weapons available. If you go in core options, you can set CPU clock, the CPU 10th, and the blitter. And if you look up like Alrika blitter delay, there's like a forum thread with ones for each game. And I wouldn't do runs on that, especially this game where Xenia is God. But it works enough for us to get an idea of the route. Alright, we kill you. Enemies on the left, enemies on the right. What now? Go to the left side. We're just sweeping everything, sweep everything. Once we're at this pool. Once this pool is going down, we're gonna know to be by the pool side. We're gonna get ourselves a beach towel at the building. And then hold laser. That's where these guys show up. They use shot for a little bit, just to keep the gems up in case we somehow haven't hit 30k by this point. Are we finally gonna use this gems? It looks like we are. You see they stopped shooting. They cash in. Look at all this dosh. Let's get to there. Let's see if we could get to the cancel point. Where was this state? Let's go back to here so we could get a general. Alright, we put all of our options here. We go slow. Once we see the red enemies, we cut. So there's the red enemies. Do we need to go all the way over once we see them? I think we... Oh no, we have to go slow. We have to leave our dudes. This is why we have to grind this shit, because we get this down. Takes so long to remember the goddamn route. Okay, we go slow now. Because we want to leave our options over there. We hold laser. That thing dies. We can react in case it spawns the extra thing. I already forgot what we do here. Do we just cut back? No, we had to run over to the side. So let's remember, we start on a side. Here is slow. We go slow, slow. We crawl on the edges. I could have done that better. We go slow through here. Our options should lock on view. We hold laser through here. Now we need to cut. After we hold laser, we need to go to the side. Tap down to make that easier. Hold laser. Fuck it, we'll just kill it for right now. Now we sweep across, sweep across, sweep across. We did it in the wrong side. We need to get to this point by there. So let's see, we sweeped twice. Did we need to sweep? Not twice. So we curved around these, and then we wept here when we needed to stop. No, never mind, this is the cancel. So cancel hits. This is what we didn't do. We didn't wait here. So our options just kind of kill everything. We need to hit this point. So they stay here. They get around. What's the cue for curving back here? I guess you just do it. So you're baiting the shots from the mid enemies. Oh, what's the closest state we have to that point? Just here. We're holding shot here, so we keep the gems going. Curve around to here. Go slow, now this happens. Once we get our cancel, they skip here for a bit. Curve around. That's not exactly it. We'll just roll with this for right now. I'll figure out specifics later. And then once we're at the beach house, we're at the pool side. Actually, let me see. So they get the cancel. They get it late. That's probably why we are too fast on everything. Curve around, curve around. Ah, that shit'll grind later. Because of this, they do leave the options on the right side, so you can hold laser here. Alright, we're just gonna slow go to that side. We want to remember to meet the enemies on the bridge up here, so we have to go there fast. We're gonna have to remember a lot on when we need to fast the side or not. And then that's when we stop shooting. Right after, and we'll know because this section, this is where the stage starts to get these walls. Walls in the lighthouse, that's how we know we're going to actually cash in when we could have probably gotten like 2 of these before. Alright, let's get over there. I'm gonna... Real quick, let's figure out how to have this enemy not shoot our ass. It's the one in the middle, that's why we go fast. Okay, we're trying to stop this like 1 extra enemy from blasting us. It's this dude, that's why. But moving over here is kind of awkward. Yeah, whatever, we'll just kill this normal for now. These enemies come in. You see, that's a spawner. Sorry, we're stuck on this section for a while. The stage 4 has always got you needing to memo shit a lot more. I'm playing too high on screen. They're way lower. That's also a thing. Somehow I'm like 1 entire cycle behind or ahead. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Let's go. Alright, so we kill... Let's try to get a later cancel like in there. Alright. Move through you guys. Move over here to bait. This is closer to it. And then that's vaguely close to what we're doing here. So slow. They were using shot here a bit. And then I think laser at the end. So shot, 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 laser. How do we get around you? Do we just curve up like this and then move around? I think, do we stream the whole thing or do we need to cut before then? So we're killing everything. Because they use the homing, that's why they use the laser right here. Because it's leaving the options on the left, and then when you hold laser, all those enemies on the left that were pushing us up are dead. And then we cash in. We got like another half hour to learn the rest of this stage before I gotta dip. So we leave our options here. We use laser towards the end, so it's hitting all of those. Move up here, and then we stop shooting. Here's where we cash in. We killed that. Let me get some juice real quick. Even though that's fine, it's only like 5 less multiply. I need to see some juice. There it is. There's the juicy 30Ks. And we're almost to the end a little bit. We still got another, like, grasshopper section and stuff. I said we're almost there. We're halfway through this video of this stage. Alright, we cash in. We cash in. Now what? We're on the bottom right side. We're just out of... You see how we're just moving enough to be out of here so we can still hit the enemies on the right. We get out. There's a big gap. We're getting ready for grasshopper. We're using shot, cash and gem. Using shot and laser there. That might be easier than the other ones. Let's get to that point. So we get our cancel. We're going to go bottom right. We're just on the side of these bullets. We curve around after these are done and give us a clean path. We don't go all the way across. We keep going slow, so we kill the enemies, so nothing's hitting us while we kill Grasshopper. And then we kill those two. So let's replicate that. So big cancel, bottom right. We're missing out on some of the gems. That's because we're behind on this one. So in a normal route, we'd be able to grab those. We go here, we wait till there's obvious gap. Obvious gaps here, we still go slow. We kill you for a bit, get our gems, kill you for a bit. Get our gems before this stuff becomes a problem. That little section there, you see these here, it's kind of hard to tell. This shit's a monster spawner. The fucking random ass caves in there. Alright, juicy cancel. Same shit, same shit. After this is done, we clean up everything that spawned from that by going left to right. Stream, stream, stream. This is the closest to the original mode routing. Sort of. Just in how it's... This stage is very, very long linear streams. You keep going. You're a grasshopper, right? Yeah, you get a cancel. And then where do we want to be for you? We haven't seen a worm shaped this way. Centipede shaped this way. We're just sticking behind it. Move right whenever we want to switch to laser and then kill it. Actually, this is when we cash in. So that's why we stop shooting. So we don't have to think about shot at all. And then we got another batch of them. It's cool getting a whole lot of them. My favorite routings of these are when you get a bunch of cancels in a row. Stage 3 does that. End of stage 2. Alright, where did we end off on? We ended off after cashing in on this one. Go to top left. That also we pick up red gems, which is nice by doing that. Cave is done at that point. But we're going to stay on the cave. That'll be our marker for where we want to be located. We just kill you. Do we do any movement to bait the Zako shots? Or can we just naturally move around like that? Move to the side. Let's just get to there. We pick up all the gems. We're here. Now we are waiting for... Let's see if we don't move that much. Yeah, there's a natural gap there. We don't have to, like, move fast and create something. We need to not shoot there because we want to wait and then cash it out on all this. So it would be like, we go all the way over. We kill, like, these 3 and down. We get shoved out, which is fine. We just do this. We move up and out. Get some big gems in case to get ready for this. And then we start lasering once most of it's appeared, I guess. Get the big cash out. Do we want to go here immediately? Probably not. Because look at those Zakos on the top left. We laser you for fatty gems. No, we do want to go up and point blank it right away. Because we can just run off and have our options kill it. And then we come back. Are you lasering it here? No, you're using shot. The Zakos are there, fill up the shot. I think that's the last centipede. We're getting close to the end. Can you laser the... I guess that's the plan. Yeah, you could laser that all the way over there. Alright, we kill centipede. We go up here. We're going to get ready to start moving to the left side. We're using shot to bring up the bar. We use laser to get our gems. We go back, and then we'll just kind of let our options do the work on that one. We want to stay left side of the bridge. That's what we'll do after killing it. Because our options are... Look how cleanly... You see our 4 options are all the way on the left here? They're like directly under this lantern. That means they're also doing damage to the lantern. That's why the shit explodes so fast. And it makes it lock onto that real easy. Kill you, lock on. It ran away too fast. Let's do that a lot faster. Once the slowdown's out, we switch to laser. Did we get it? We didn't get it. We'll have to get good at canceling off you. There it was. Ah, that'll work for right now. We stay on the bridge side. And we hold our lasers once you're here. Big cash out of gems. Where do we need to go after that? Obviously, that was like super... not like the exact route here, but we just want the base design of the route right now. So we move up a bit. We get red gems from... No, we don't care about the gems right now. We are just concerned with not dying here and making sure it dies fast. Because we don't want to dodge the second pattern here. So we're letting all those gems go. With the slowdown, it's really easy to get through that pattern. Use shot, go back to laser with the red ones, get it there. I think we put a state right here. We don't have slowdown in this one, so shit goes turbo speed. Let's go back to... At what point was this? This was where we cashed out. We kill the grasshopper before it goes off screen. We let the laser here do the work. We stay on this side for a bit. We leave our options on the side, so now when we hold, we're hitting the lantern. Lantern cashes us out. I should be holding laser the whole time. Hold shot, go back to laser. Do we get gems? Got gems. That's how that section will vaguely go. We're so close to the end. Now we get these destroyed walls. There's like one more of the big enemy, and then we can mess around with the end boss. We're gonna cash out on you. The bars will empty by the time this shit dies. So we're here. We get the cancel. This is the last thing we just did. We put our options over there. So as we're picking stuff up, we'll remember to do this figure 8 thing. Get our options on the side so we hit the whole screen. Laser all these dudes. We've been doing that for the whole stage. And we just continue lasering. So once we get to this point, where these dudes... Where is it at? We put our options here. We wait for the mid-sized enemies to pop up. We see that spread. That could be a potential indicator for when we swap the laser. Get big money. Wait, is this Am I tripping out? Okay, no, I'm not. I couldn't tell if I was looking at the first one or the second one. Now I'm losing track of which section is where. I need to put my hands on it. This is the big enemy. We'll like get whatever gems off it. We do this motion to get our options on the side. I could have done a better job of that. Hold laser. Once you see those come in, we're killing everything. We keep holding laser. This is where we cash out. That's kind of what the slowdown's supposed to look like. And then I think this is the end. These destroyed buildings are... I know the rest of them weren't. The buildings are destroyed. You're wondering why they're destroyed? It's because of this asshole. This guy right here. In original, you have to position your options in a way. Let's see if you have to do that in God mode.
Okay, sorry about that. Now, boss, we are sitting on the bomb on the other side. I always like it when you could use the UI as a spot. Makes things so much nicer to position. Oh, this boss I don't remember being bad after we get outside the first phase. So this is just tapping, and if you tap at the last second, the entire thing is still aimed on that one spot. We might have to adjust later a bit. And then it's just killing you. We're not too concerned with scoring the bosses. Alright, how about this? Same position. This is probably going to be hard to dodge in Emulator versus Xenia. This isn't bad. This is a good spot too. You probably, yeah, use shot here. Try to get the big gems. Okay, let's see. Position ourselves here. If we hold laser here, is it fine? Yeah, that works. We just wait till we're about to be hit. Let's see how hard this actually is. I think the lines get longer each iteration. That time was just me not dodging in time. So we might have to do double tap on the last one. So right here, it's just single tap. Not long enough, everything's already aimed. This one, we might have to tap and then tap. And then these are fine. You get slowdown and that's good. Alright, same position. Just on this part of the UI. Right on the bomb. Just tap over, tap over. These kind of create a natural lane for us. And then we go back. And then I guess we shot here for a bit and hold laser. Is that fine enough? It's a bit scary if we do want the gems there. I don't know if I'll end up doing that in run or not. And then I remember this shit just dying before anything could happen. Yeah, you don't have... Alright, this is the biggest pattern for like... So let me see that shit. Let me get a state here. That shit is so funny. Alright, just follow the lane. The natural lane that gets created because of these red bullets, and then we go back around. I'm just killing this normal. I guess we'll try to get red. Okay, this is the big example of like you'll see people in 1.5 compare 1.5 and Black Label, and they'll be like Black Label's like slightly easier. Like if you're comparing like original and not, it's because of shit like this. It's because you get Reco. Reco is so bad in 1.5, and here it's like we don't do the pattern. It's so funny. If this was Ultra mode, this entire last phase, or like the harder Ultra modes even, this whole last phase is like 3 to 4 patterns. Like in God mode, it's like it's a poser mode. It looks super, well, for survival. It looks super impressive, but if you're not optimizing, it's really funny. It's just like shit just fucking dies. Is it same with on Palm? Gotcha. Thank God. Cause I wanna peep that. What's this game called? I got your 1cc on original before I got your ultra run. I want to see, look at the comparison of what we just did versus like, look at what ultra looks like. With Reco, you have to dodge. Yeah, dude, Reco seems miserable, to be honest. So like, this is similar, so you might be like, oh, it's the same pattern. Whew. You see how little damage we're doing? This shit is dead by now in our run. So it's like, oh, that looks similar. Nope, we got this whole ass other pattern. And it's still not fucking dying. We're playing Palm. This shit does damage. It's still not dying. How about us? We're doing... the red lines are way, way longer. And now this one, which it died before here. I guess that's not bad. That's kind of a scary get through the wall. But there's a whole ass another pattern. Oh my god. There's... You have like twice the amount of boss in Ultra. It's crazy. And this seems like... Is this boss not too bad versus like... The like stage 2 and 3 bosses seem way more horrifying than this one so far. Like, look at the... What's like baby easy mode boss? This boss is... Stage 3 boss is really easy in God mode, unless we had that weird thing where we got walled. I want to see how this is. Now that I have context of God mode, yeah, easiest boss in one... I got the feeling of that, because I'm like, this is just the God mode one, except you have that extra pattern to dodge. So by now, the boss is dead. Rekko killed the boss. The life bar is not even halfway down this phase. Is that how they made God mode easier? They just made it so more things cancel, and then made it so you do triple damage. And even the things that look similar between them, they're like longer. I saw a God mode version of this strat. This one looks scarier. Because yeah, you don't have to do anything like that in the God mode version of that. Usually by now the pattern's dead. I haven't seen the pattern beyond this one. Okay, cool. That's probably the palm factor. You don't have to dodge the big waves there. So this pattern's like brain dead in God mode. You tap like once. What's it like when you gotta dodge more than like one bullet? And the things are way tighter. Are you able to kill it before the spider shit happens? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm like, you have to dodge whole ass more patterns. Alright. Alright, I gotta dip out in a sec, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that boss. Except in Xenia, where we don't have to deal with... We could deal with the actual slowdown. Oh yeah, I was just thinking that was the 1.01. I'm like, 1.01 looks like the Ultra version of Ultra mode. I was like, hey, this isn't so bad compared to whatever the hell you were doing on the... doing on 1.01. Oh, good God. I'm tripping balls. Get rid of you. Behold, we now have beautiful Xenia back. Let's fuck with the boss, and then, we obviously don't have the route cemented for 4. We have the first run through, but I'm not gonna remember shit. So we'll do the boss, and then we'll just see how much we can remember. We need to be on here. We sit right here, right under 2P bomb. This is the pattern that's just... Got those options, go over there. That's probably why you want to start it like this. Stick your options on the side or something. So they're forced to go straight up. I've noticed with the bosses, they have a hard time doing that. Or like lasers, it comes in and now they lock on fine. I've noticed you have to be more conscious of that, but I'll take that over not having busted ass ship. What was next? Was this shit? Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, the lines are way shorter, and it just dies. We sit here, right? This is just tapping, and then once we get into a red lane, we just kind of follow the same red lane. So this one's pushing us a bit. That didn't seem too bad to adjust to. And then we'll just kill it for now. Well, we should make sure we can go up just in case we damaged it poorly. I already forgot what this was. Oh, this is just stand still, and Luigi wins by doing nothing. Okay, let's see if we can remember any of stage 4. And then I'll be out of here. Your ears have been saved. Alright, 2 groups. We're top left. We laser you guys. If we need to go slower. No, I think this is fine. We leave our options there, so we hit at the top right. I'm trying to remember what I would say is a mnemonic. Now we cash in on you. We point blank you, get into a lane and laser. Stay here, get into the first lane we are chilling with. Was this to here? Yeah, it was to here, so now we go laser. I don't remember at this point. Was this the beach house? I don't think it was. I think we do the same thing. Except we'll do that. Okay, here's yeah, I'll have to look back at what we've done and then cement it down. Because the hardest part I've found with Futari for me is remembering which section is when. Well, you shot for a bit, we see the red bullets, we get cash in on you. I think we are on the sides, right? And we laser you on the left side. We needed to curve around or something. Now we're on the opposite side of where we need to be. This is what happens if you don't follow your route. It so easily gets out of hand, but that's just if you don't remember your routing. Think we can live this? We can. Alright, well, we're just gonna kill this. I don't think I could get the shot in. I'm paying attention to the small bullets more, actually. Those are giving me problems. Okay, we only need to use shot for a bit. Was there a part where we were supposed to cash in? I think there was. We won't worry about that later when we fuck with this, we will. Wait for the red enemies, I remember that. And now we go other side while leaving our options there. Big enemy shows up. Kill it before stuff can happen. I think we wanted to go fast here to potentially kill this big enemy in the middle. Let's fix where we would be. We would be like right here, cashing in on red. And no, this is the section with the pool. I was thinking it was the centipedes and stuff next. You would end off on the pool here. We go off to the sides like this. God, I'm gonna have to route that again. This is where you cash in, I'm pretty sure. You would pick everything up, and then was it going to here? No, it wasn't. God, it's gonna be I'll have to go back and fucking remember which section is where. Now we're just improvising. We need to be on this side. We would be using shot. You come up here, we use shot, hold laser, move to the side. That's cashing in on that. This was the one where we bait here, we go over here. I think I know where I was supposed to be at that point. This was one where we cash in on, it's the vertical one. That's the one where we'd have 30k. We cash in here, and this is the one we actually wanted to point blank. Get you before you go away. We move off to the side, our options will do the actual work building the gems. We stay here. Do we need the laser? I forgot if we want. We laser once we see the lighthouse. Because our options will be doing work on that. If we positioned it fine, the lighthouse would die faster because the Zakos would... Ooh, I forgot about this. We're gonna get small gems. Don't remember where we want to be. We killed it late, that's why it's extra weird. The cheesing the hitboxes, whatever. Is this the very end? I thought there was like a bridge at some point we need to be on the top left for. I fucking just missed that. So you can see, while we have an idea of things we want to do, we have to go back through and like route it mad tight. We have to know exactly which section follows which section, which is why doing it all in one go is important. As well as the like piece by pieces. I tapped wrong, so we had to get extra round stuff. This is moving with the lanes. Let's see if the red stuff gives us something of what we're usually expecting. It's relative to the boss, so I guess we see the boss in our peripheral, however it's moving. Maybe we move up out of here. We'll just kill it before then. We'll not worry about gems unless we're like, have the whole run done and we're optimizing or whatever. Alright, so we'll have to go through, remember everything we learned here. But that's kind of how I like learning these, is going like 5 second by 5 second. Getting through the first like bit of everything. And then we go back through and refine and remember how to do the earlier sections. Remember how each section goes into each section. If we start to get cues of when each specific section starts, we don't have to memorize like first section you start right, second section you start right, third section you start left. We can make up like cues of like, okay, we see the pool. The moment you see the pool, that's where you know for sure what section you're on. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I wanted to stream. Actually, what we might, I need to get off my ass and make the DOJ commentary, or else we're gonna get like 3 hard games behind. I'm gonna make the DOJ commentary maybe come out like Friday or Saturday. Stream-wise, it's either gonna be streaming this of runs when I actually have lapped the whole thing, or I've been wanting to do, I need to do more beginner content. Because we did like yeah, I'm gonna do big DOJ commentary. I think a lot of people are on the DOJ minds right now. I feel like everybody's on the grind with that, which is cool. I like DOJ a lot. It's gonna be the 2-loop commentary, basically starting from first loop Koryu. I was gonna do a thing where I just do a commentary of the whole thing, just playing it out without pausing, and then going through the route bit by bit later. It's just gonna be too goddamn long to do that. So I'm just gonna do what I normally do in the guide videos, but I think I can talk fast enough to where I'll only have to pause on certain parts. Pause on the actual parts, and it'd just be pause for a split second and then go. I think I can get the pacing fine enough. I practice 4-5 so much you fuck up 3. I know that feeling. Well, I re-grind out 3 a bunch, even if you feel confident in it. That stuff's annoying. But that'll be I'll work on DOJ video. That'll be next thing for sure. The other thing, I've been wanting to, all the games I've done, there've been way more hard games than easier games. I might stream Toho 8 normal. Trying to get a replay as like a demonstration I could use in a video. Because I want to make a video that's like showing not Toho player, not Shmup player, how to clear a whole Toho game on normal. I did a run yesterday just for shits and giggles. I basically got like a no miss, no bomb until Kaguya, and then I had to bomb a bunch on Kaguya, so I want a better replay. I need to like lap Kaguya so I could just get a demonstration replay that shows like how you can do everything. And then explaining the mental behind like doing everything. Because most of the videos they made are on hard shit. Even though like Batsugun's the only I would quantify as like the easier game. Even like Dodonpachi 1-all is mean relatively, and like Escaluda is mean when you consider like new players, or just in general like DDP 1-all. They always use as like the example of like the easy cave 1cc. It's not an easy 1cc, it's an easy cave 1cc. In that, if you're in the thick of it with cave, then Dodonpachi, you're like, oh, I got a bunch of bombs. But if you're new to shmups, or only like starting on Shmup Journey. Like DDP makes you do some fuck things. Death Smiles, I want to try doing Canyon Run eventually. I have a replay for it. Uh, that would be on a list of hard ones. I guess Death Smiles, I don't know how interesting a video would be of doing like minimum level Death Smiles. Maybe that'd be a good one, because that's like a that'll be one when we're doing on the easier end, the more approachable games. Maybe that's an option, doing a run of just showing. Because like Toho, we're gonna do the normal run, but I'm also want to go through those on Lunatic. So like we could do both. I don't know. We'll just see how stuff goes. Maybe I'll accidentally, because I still gotta do like fucking Bat Rider and a bunch of other games. I'm like, I don't know. I gotta make that DOJ commentary. Fucking, we're like so many weeks behind. Voiceover's so hard, man. Yeah. I'm like, it's so much easier when I could just yap. I'm like, I need to yap with thought in mind. That shit's too hard. But I'm gonna work on that. I'll work on DOJ video, and then maybe it would be Toho easier video, and then it would be DDP video, and then maybe by the time the DDP video is done, I'll know how to do Mushi God mode, do Mushi God mode 1. So streams, I don't know. That'll be whatever. All right, thanks everybody for popping in. It's been super fun. Good luck on your runs. Yeah, should be cool. I'd see